And welcome back. As you can see, in any badminton game, the rackets and all other aspects are very, very important. And with me right now is Miss Lee Mei Yi, one of the 3 siblings who are running this fantastic family business. Miss Lee, thank you for being with us today. She's a bit excited to be in front of the camera. Now, I understand that you run the pro shop?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, how long have you been running this pro shop under your management? Was it from the very beginning in 2004?
Yes, from the beginning 2004 until now.
Okay. As I can see, we have a whole range of rackets here. Do you carry just one specific brand, or you carry the whole range from the various brands?
Various brands, we have a few brands, maybe 5 to 6 brands.
Right.
Yes.
And some are local, some are imported?
Local, Japan, Taiwan, and China.
What are your most popular brands? Would it be Yonex, for example?
Yeah, Yonex and Apex. These both brands will be most sellable in this in Malaysian market.
In Malaysian market. Now, with regards to rackets especially, what are the price range?
Price range is from 30 ringgit up to about 1,000 ringgit.
Okay, depends whether it's more for fun or you're taking it as a competitive sport.
Yes. Depends on your intermediate player or advanced player. Depends
Right.
on as well as the budget as well.
Now, for someone who wants to take up badminton for first time, aside from the racket, what else do they need to buy?
They must have a good badminton shoes and apparels, and have good grips, strings, and so on.
Right. Now, with regards to shoes, you need special badminton shoes, right? Because of the courts.
Yes, they have the special grips for the badminton shoes.
Right. And how much does badminton shoes generally cost?
50 and above, up to around 400 plus.
Wow, not bad. Can be quite expensive as well for the better shoes. Now, in terms of the shop as a whole, what items are the ones which are the best sellers for you, most popular among the customers?
Shuttlecocks. Shuttlecocks is the most important item in the whole badminton game. Without shuttlecock, they can't play.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
true. That's true. Without shuttlecocks, none of us can play the game. And I think a roll of shuttlecocks, a dozen shuttlecocks, ranges in how much?
20 and above. 20 ringgit up to 80 over. 85, around 85.
85. Now, in terms of profit margins, which items would be the highest profit margins in terms of your sales?
Mostly our local brands. Local brands have higher margin, roughly around 20 to 30%.
Right. What about rackets?
Of around 50%.
Wow, 50%. So that's pretty good margins. Now, in terms of your pro shop, what makes your pro shop different from other sports stores or badminton pro shops out there?
First, because we located in the badminton court, so we have full range of products from grips up to rackets, bags, and so on. So people will want to buy rackets and anything about related to badminton. So they will come here. It's like a one-stop center. You can get everything here with a few brands, and whatever they like, they can choose.
Right. So whatever you need, if you need it right now, the shop is here right at your doorsteps. As we know, to play badminton well, you need a good racket. But even a good racket will be of no use unless it is strung well. Now what we have here is Mei Yi is going to demonstrate to us the process of stringing a racket. So can you just show us what you're going to do? So basically, you're tightening up all the guts right now.
Yes, we're tightening with the fixed tension. Depends on the player as well.
Right. And you say fixed tension, there could be different levels of tension, right? Like high tension, medium tension, low tension?
Yes, there is 3 range: low, medium, and high. So for low, around 20 to 22 pounds. For
Okay.
medium is 24 to 26, and high is 26, 27 and above.
Right. And why would players want different levels of tension for their badminton rackets?
Because there are some people they like to smash, so they pull higher tension.
High tension, yeah,
yes,
for
and
more
some
power.
is professional players, so they prefer higher.
Yeah.
For beginner, is for those like children, they can't play well, so they prefer a lower tension.
Right. And of course, if it's higher tension, it's easier to for the string to burst, right?
Yeah, sure. Because depends on the thinness of the racket, the thinness of the string. So when they hit the point like around this 4 angle,
Right.
so easy to break easily.
Right, I see. So with regards to this one, you're using it low, medium or high?
This is medium.
Medium. It's quite interesting to see you doing this. How long did it take you to learn this? Huh?
It's actually, you learn is around 2 days, but you have to master as in your skill and the speed and everything. Speed's around. Most important is speed.
The speed. All right. So if I stay here for 2 days, I also can learn to string rackets already.
Yeah, sure.
As you can see, it's very, very technical. Doesn't look so easy that you can learn in 2 days, but I guess once you get the hang of it, it becomes very easy.
Yes.
Who do you learn this technique from, the stringing technique from?
From one of my coach previously.
Right, so a badminton coach actually taught you this, huh?
Yeah.
With regards to the stringing, how often should you string? You shouldn't actually wait for your guts to actually burst before you restring it, right?
Yes, normally it's advisable to, around 3 months you have to change a new string to have a better tension.
Now, with regards to string, there's also different qualities, different brands, right?
Yeah, we have from 0.66 mm up to 0.75 mm. Depends on it's an offensive game or it's a defensive game.
Or someone who likes to lob the ball more, rally with the during the games, right?
Yes, normally smashing player they will use the thinner string, so they have more power.
And they probably have a lot of rackets because I'm sure they burst a lot of their strings quite often.
Yeah, normally they have around 4 to 5, so they will change oftenly.
Now, with regards to stringing, as you mentioned, there are many kinds of strings and many kinds of brands. What are the range in terms of pricing?
From 15 ringgit up to 50 ringgit per string.
Includes the services as well, the restringing services.
Yes, we do include the price is included.
I understand you had some famous international players who you had the privilege of stringing for. Is that true?
Yeah, so far we have few Indonesian players. So when they come for any big event, so we will pull the string for them.
Wow, should get them to autograph as well. I'm sure. I hope they are happy with your services.
Yeah, they are happy and they bring more.
Excellent. Now I noticed that this machine is quite unique. Can you tell us a bit more about this stringing machine?
This string machine, first they have 2 lock. There's another 2 type of machine. One is 2 lock, another one is 4 lock.
Or to hold the racket.
To hold the rackets, and this one there's a pound here. You all can see here.
Okay.
So it's adjustable. Depends on what the level they want. So we name it as pounds. So it's roughly for badminton rackets is around 18 to 30 pounds. So we will adjust according to what customer wants.
Right.
Yes.
Where did you get this machine from? Is it made in Malaysia or you have to? It's imported from overseas?
We bought this from one of the brand called apparel. Yes, so we buy from them. Every brand there is a stringing machine. So we prefer this brand. So we take this brand.
Right, very, very, very interesting. With regards to this machine, so that means for different rackets, different strings, there's actually a different machine which is specially catered for it.
Actually, there's only one. Every machine can do the job, but it's just what the customer like. Some there's electronic machine, some is manual machine. Some they prefer manually because people can control the tension. We know how to adjust the tension, but if for machine you can't adjust. It's like you say 25, it's fixed. So some people they prefer the different type of feeling.
Oh,
so
the human touch.
Yeah, the human touch is better.
Right.
Yes.
So Mei, one of the things you mentioned which is quite important in the game of badminton is of course the shuttlecocks.
Yes, sure.
And we can see on your right hand side that there's a whole range of shuttlecocks, but I understand that they are different qualities. Some are international standard and some are not. What's the difference between those?
For lower quality, it's suitable for students. For leisure play, the intermediate range, and for high range, for national player.
Okay, the lower range obviously is because you are playing for fun, so of course it's more affordable to buy the cheaper shuttlecocks, right?
Yeah, it's better for them to choose a cheaper range for students.
Right. Now, with regards to the international standard shuttlecocks, what's the difference between them and the low range? Is it the feathers? Is it the design?
Especially it's their feather quality and it's long lasting and the speed and the stable of the shuttlecocks.
Right.
The stability when it flies is the stability of the shuttlecock.
Yeah, because I understand shuttlecocks there's also different speed. Like some are slower, some are faster. Is that true?
Yeah, there's 3 types of speeds: 76, 77, and 78. For Malaysia, it's 77.
Right.
77 speed.
Is 77 international standard or is it different?
77 is the international standard, the speed, standard speed.
Now, in terms of apparel, as we can see on your left-hand side here, how many % of your sales comes from your sports apparel, your clothing range?
For apparels, it's actually roughly on total sales around 10%.
10%.
10%.
Because one thing I noticed that a lot of players, they can wear their own sports shorts and their own sports shirts and singlets, right?
Yeah, normally they wear their own clothes. For
Right.
badminton, if people who buy apparels mainly for badminton, these are for national player or those people who love badminton so much.
Right. But in terms of quality and the usage, is actually similar? Is there a difference between using specialized badminton gear compared to your own normal sports gear?
For badminton apparels, they actually got two types. One is for cotton, one is dry fit. So it depends what customer prefer. So for dry fit is for people who like cooling, they like to feel
sweat a lot.
sweat a
then
lot. Yes,
easier
cotton is for
ventilation.
those very sweaty people, so they can absorb their sweat easily.
Absorb the sweat,
Yeah.
Now, the last thing with regards to shoes, how many % of your sales comes from your shoe sales?
About 30%.
30%.
Yes.
Right. And basically your shuttlecocks would be about what, 60-70%?
Yeah, around 50 to 60. Around 50, yes.
50-60%. All right, thank you. And with regards to that, we are going to take a short break right now, and right after this, we have something very interesting in store for you. So stay tuned with us.